Victor Frankenstein is a 2015 American science fantasy horror film based on contemporary adaptations of Mary Shelley's 1818 novel Frankenstein, or the Modern Prometheus. It is directed by Paul McGuigan and written by Max Landis. The film was released by 20th Century Fox on November 25, 2015. Told from Igor's perspective, it shows the troubled young assistant's dark origins and his redemptive friendship with the young medical student, Victor Frankenstein. Through Igor's eyes, the audience witnesses the emergence of Frankenstein as the man from the legend we know today. Eventually, their experiments get them into trouble with the authorities, and Dr. Frankenstein and Igor become fugitives as they complete their goals to use science as a way to create life from death. The film received generally negative reviews and became a box office bomb, grossing $34.2 million against a budget of $40 million. In 1890s London, ambitious medical student Victor Frankenstein attends a circus performance. Impressed by the hunchback's vast knowledge of human anatomy, acquired from stolen books, Victor rescues him, drains the cyst on his back that causes his physical abnormality, and gives him a harness to improve his posture. He then names him Igor Strassman, after his roommate who is not often at home. The two then become partners in Victor's ongoing experiments to resurrect life through artificial means, incurring the wrath of devoutly religious police inspector Roderick Turpin, who views their experiments as blasphemy. When Victor shows Igor his use of electricity to animate eyes, Igor suggests he made mistakes attaching the nerves, leading Victor to ask Igor to perform the surgical parts of his experiment. Victor procures parts from dead animals and makes Igor restore the organs, which Victor secretly uses to create a monstrous chimpanzee-like creature nicknamed Gordon. Which goes awry when Gordon escapes and wreaks havoc through the university before being killed by Victor and Igor. Lorelei is horrified by Victor's experiments and urges Igor to stop him from pursuing the matter further, but Igor is reluctant to do so upon learning that Victor is driven by the need to atone for his indirect role in the death of his older brother Henry, for which Victor's domineering father blames Victor. Victor is expelled from college for his unorthodox methods, but attracts the attention of his wealthy, arrogant classmate Finnegan, who wants him to create an artificial humanoid creature. Victor and Igor outline a behemoth named Prometheus, but Igor's deepening relationship with Lorelei soon causes a rift between them. Turpin and his men raid Victor's laboratory, hell-bent on destroying his inventions. During the raid, Igor stumbles onto the corpse of the real Igor Strassman, dead from an overdose, and the source of the eyes Victor had used in his experiments. When he attacks Victor, Turpin loses a hand and is blinded in one eye. Victor and Igor escape in a carriage sent by Finnegan and are taken to his family's estate. Turpin is fired from Scotland Yard for having invaded Victor's home without a warrant. Finnegan provides the scientists with the necessary funds to build Prometheus and offers them laboratory facilities at his family's estate. Igor is suspicious of Finnegan and outraged with Victor for his treatment of the original Igor. After a falling out, Victor departs for Scotland alone. Finnegan kidnaps and binds Igor, revealing his plans to kill Victor once Prometheus is complete and weaponize his creation. Igor is then thrown into the River Thames to drown, but manages to escape and reunites with Lorelei, who nurses him back to health. Igor and Lorelei embark to Finnegan's estate in order to rescue Victor. Igor finds Victor on the verge of using lightning to animate Prometheus. Victor ignores Igor's pleas and activates the machine. Turpin unexpectedly arrives, blaming and threatening Victor for his creation. Prometheus suddenly awakens and steps forward. Victor is initially ecstatic that the experiment has worked, sharing a brief moment with Prometheus and thinking him to be his resurrected brother Henry. Victor realizes that the experiment has failed. Prometheus has no consciousness and can't talk. The shocked Turpin opens fire on Prometheus, who goes into a rage, killing Turpin and nearly killing Victor. Returned to his senses, Victor joins forces with Igor to kill Prometheus by stabbing its two hearts. After regaining consciousness the next morning, Igor reunites with Lorelei, who hands him a letter written to him by Victor. Victor apologizes for all the suffering he caused, says he is allowed to live his life with Lorelei, informs him to be ready for when Victor may one day ask for his help, and Victor recognizes Igor was his greatest creation. Victor retreats to the countryside in search of new discoveries.